women typically, historically, let's say the average 5 male and the average 5 female, they would get together and have a family. But because of the way social media has altered the self-perception of women, is the average 5 is like really waiting for the 7, the 8, the 9. That's why the average man is having such a difficult time of finding a woman to actually build a family with. Because the average woman probably has had one-night stands, promiscuous encounters with men that are more attractive than the man that she could actually form a long-term relationship with.
O Lord of hosts, be with us, for we have none other help in times of adversity but Thee. O Lord of hosts, have mercy on us.
Why do you want women to rate themselves 1 through 10? What does it give you? What do you think it does for people? Why do you think we need a rating? Like, what is this segment even about? You know what I mean? Because I go around the circle and this woman calls herself a 5, and that makes me want to cry. Because you're not a 5. You're hot as shit. And you guys are all hot as shit. And then a woman thinking themselves as a 5 is so sad to me. Because I think you only get one life, and you should yourself feel like you're the hottest girl in the world. Now, you don't think you're better than anyone, right? You can think you're hotter than everyone, but also not think you're better. Do you know what I'm saying? No. But like, you can live on the same plane. You can still think like you're pretty and not be condescending and not be realistic. Like, this show's always about realistic. It's like, who cares? I don't care.
But I also think like I can be realistic and not care what others think about my appearance.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't need to feel pretty. To be worthy.
Right. And the way you feel about women, typically, historically, like, let's say the average 5 male and the average 5 female, they would get together and have a family. But because of the way social media has altered the perception, the self-perception of women, is the average 5 is like really waiting for the 7, the 8, the 9. And this is why then it's interesting for people to watch the show and see how women rate themselves, to see like how realistic are they in regards to like the actual full spectrum dating market.
I understand. So you think when you say a 5, and it's not like you don't think that a hot person and a 5 like can coincide, or like
they could absolutely. My point is, though, that's why the average man is having such a difficult time of finding a woman to actually build a family with. Because the average woman probably has had one-night stands, promiscuous encounters with men that are more attractive than the man that she could actually form a long-term relationship with.
See, that's what I'm saying. When you say actually form, like, you mean like, why can't they form with someone that's like, a lot of people that talk to me are like, people who are into big women, they're the 10s of the 10s. They're the hottest people. Like, I've seen a lot of people who are plus size that come on this podcast, and people think that that's not the truth. It is. Like, people that look like you're a very attractive man, hit on me all the time, and that's just the reality of it. And does that mean I'm taking away from the average man of like, because I'm fat, I have to be with someone who's average? Like, you
don't have to. No, and maybe again the category where these men find you as a fat queen. Maybe that. Well, that's kind of the way you phrased it earlier.
Yeah.
So
a
I'm
goddess.
A goddess.
A goddess.
Well, however you want to phrase it. Okay, so that's kind of the exception to the rule. But generally speaking, this is why it's so difficult in the dating market for average people to find average people. And women because you guys have access to sex and you have that leverage, and then men are so lustful and simpy and can't control themselves. I mean, you guys are able to have experiences with people that the average man is not having. He's not having one-night stands with the female 8 and thinking, you know what, maybe I'm a 5, but one day I could actually, settle down with an 8. We're just more realistic. Men are forced to deal with reality, and women are able to live in the world that men construct and kind of be shielded from it.
See, even thinking that men are like, I'm gonna end up with an 8, like, I don't even think like that. Like, I don't think like this is who, you know what I mean? Like, I just date who I date, and like, if they're a 4 or whatever. Like, even like the fact that we're talking about a number scale on someone's looks, I just hate that in general. Like, that someone is a number. Like, why does it matter? Like,
well, it shouldn't diminish who they are.
It's a bigger issue of how, like, looks is such a big thing in the world, and it's just crazy that it runs. But it will always be like that.
Yeah, it's just a superficial way to kind of view how people perceive themselves in relationship to the general market of dating.
Yeah.
And like, couples finding other people. So, yeah, I mean, no matter what number you are, that shouldn't diminish your human worth or who you are as a person. And I don't think anybody watching this thinks that's the case. What the people watching this are interested in is, like, what do the chicks think about themselves? Because they probably have some type of rating, and they want to see if it concords with reality, or again, they live in a fantasy world where everybody's a 10 and everybody. And that's fine if you have that personal belief in yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's great to be self-confident.
That's
But the reality of it all is that we all are on a spectrum of appearance and attractiveness.
Of course.
And even the 10, it's not like all people are attracted to what would be the prototype 10.
Yeah.
But typically, statistically, probability, on average, people date and marry the people on their same level. And the problem is for young men is they can't get the woman that's on their level because they're constantly focused upwards on this dating spectrum because of the attention that they get online.
Makes sense.
I don't know. In the adult industry, I've noticed that like BBW is a very consistent niche. Like I've noticed that when I gained a little bit of weight, like I got more scenes and
telling you.
I got more action. Not saying I like got to the BBW level, but I fluctuate weight. I'm a thick girl, so I'll speak for the thick girlies. But
Well, and couldn't that be because the average man is wanting to fantasize about somebody that they think is actually like potentially realistic for them?
possibly, but I also think that it's like a like I don't know, just it's a
fetish?
very like yeah, it's a huge fetish, like a huge fetish. I don't think you guys understand like how big.
I
of a
probably
fetish it
don't
is.
understand.
You guys don't.
I'm out of that
There's
world.
two, like, because obviously I understand of everyone. Like, there's two different ends of it. There's people who fetishize us, and it's like literally only about our actual fat. Like, they don't care about us. They care about like my belly. It's weird. Like, and that is a whole nother section of it. But there's also people who are just into women and a person, and they're into me as a person. You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother thing. Like, they'll date anyone. But I feel like a lot of people say that there's not lots of men out there for bigger women. Not a lot of people. Like, is huge. So many people like big women. Your brothers, your cousins, your dad, your uncle, everyone. And you might hide it, and you might not. And that's okay if you're not like in high school. Like, I didn't get a lot of guys talking to me in high school because they were embarrassed. Right? It's like I had a lot of friends. I was very popular in high school, but the dating scene was not a thing for me. When I got out of high school, the gates flooded open, you know what I mean? Because they felt like not insecure to like hold my hand out in public. It's more of like a school thing, like their friends picking on them and stuff like that. When they grow up and they realize that they have their own decisions and they can make their own choices, and they realize that they actually have always liked bigger women, and it's not a bad thing. Like, it's different. Like, you look like you're very physical and you might like to go on hikes and stuff. I understand that someone might not want to be with me because I physically can't. I'm not going on hikes every day. I can go to Universal and walk the park all day, and that's fine. There's things that I can do, but I'm also not going on bike rides and doing all these things. And I understand my lifestyle might not match their lifestyle, and that's completely okay. And also you might not be attracted to me, and that's okay too. But to be like acting like this is not a reality of like people. Nope. No, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying people. It is such a reality. Whenever I go out, I get hit on all the time, more than I feel like skin, because I feel like they think I want it more because I am big. But it's like all the time, you know what I mean? And
erroneous.
You know what? I don't think it's a fetish, because if you think about it historically, women didn't used to be skinny. Like, women used to be like much better than we see nowadays.
I feel like there's different levels of it. Like, when it's my size,
yeah, like, if you
you were seen as like richer.
You were rich.
If you were bigger.
Yeah, but no one was like,
you see that.
In like the
but that's a
1800s.
certain historical periods.
Sculptures too.
Yeah, certain historical periods. But I mean, you look at like if you're talking about statues in Greek culture. Look at
they weren't like
fat.
stick thin. They had some curves, but they were not like anywhere approaching obese.
Right.
They weren't obese, but they had the body. You know, like in the Russian culture, like we're from Russia, we can, you know, it was considered to be beautiful for a woman to be fat.
Well, what? I would say again.
Wait,
looking
in
back
Russia?
Yeah,
Russia is my
bro.
Russia.
I'm sorry, if you're used to be.
Yeah, used to be.
Who cares about what
but
used to be?
I'm saying, like, we're still wired the same way. You know?
No. Okay, it's not wired though.
Like men,
wired is being attracted to healthy bodies.
Yes.
Obesity is not healthy. When you're what you're talking. Hold on. Stop. What you're talking about is not wired. You're talking about a specific social phenomenon in like feudal Europe where there was mass amounts of poverty and most of the peasantry was like hungry and starving, and so a woman who was obese perhaps was an indicator that she came from a wealthy family, and that is the basis of like it was a social construct and a determination of like, okay, well, she's well fed, so that's the basis perhaps for the attraction. But there's not a wiring for men to be attracted to fat women.
The thing is that like if the basis for attraction is reproduction, right?
Yes.
So like if a woman is very, very skinny, she's not.
That wouldn't disprove my claim.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you to successfully have a child, you need to have some curves. Like you need to have some
Not
body.
true.
I-
My mom is so skinny, and that's not true.
I think it's like the
I
women
think
bearing
she-
hips thing.
Wait.
like,
Yeah, I think if you have traditionally, if you have wider hips, it can be easier to give birth.
Right.
She has wide hips, but she's skinny.
yeah.
But the point, generally speaking, in regards to like the statuary you're referring to, those aren't fat women, and yeah, they may have some body fat on them, but it was a signifier of fertility.
To any art museum, like you see all
Right.
these paintings, and you're like, well, this woman needs to
Yeah,
go
the
to
Mona
gym.
Lisa, she wasn't super skinny, but she also wasn't obese or fat.
Right, but like by modern standards, like that's not,
Just don't.
Also, I mean, I don't know if like depictions in ancient art or like statues is necessarily. I don't know if we can draw anything necessarily from that. But quick thing. Okay, so you're a 10.
I say as my own self, I kind of said it to piss these people off, but I also feel like I said, I'm realistic, but I think of myself as a 10.
Okay.
Like,
And you said that was a 6.
as like I think you're a good-looking man, Brian. I don't think you're ugly.
So, but you would be settling for me. Like you would be doing me a favor.
Yeah, I would be doing you a favor. Yes.
No, is that no? Genuinely, I'm not going
No,
to be offended.
I don't like
Just,
reading
is
people.
that no? But would you feel like, from a physical perspective, that you would be settling for me?
No. Because I rated myself a 10. Are you saying okay? That's what I'm saying. This rating
Wouldn't
thing
that have
is
to
so
be the case, though?
I get what you're saying, but I don't think you're less attractive than me because I rated myself a 10. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I think I am a 10, but I don't think.
You said that was
that's
a
what I'm
6.
saying. This thing is so stupid because like I feel like this shouldn't even be a topic or like a discussion. But
Well, women rate men all the time on a variety of measurements and factors.
measurements literally.
Wait, but hold on. I'll give you perspective. You said that you would not date another fat man, and that's a determination based on a measurement of his weight.
No, but
or
we're
his
talking about
physical manifestation.
No. See, that's the thing. I would date a man that's fat if I was skinny. We're talking about like
No,
realistic.
but you're right. But in practice, for technicality reasons,
Yes.
for practicality reasons,
Yes.
it just doesn't work.
Yeah. So what are you saying? What are you asking?
But I'm saying you make determinations in terms of who you will date or what you. I don't want to say. You probably find fat men attractive.
Yeah, I find
Okay, so
I find so many people attractive.
I won't misrepresent.
I don't think I'm. My brain is wired differently than a lot of people.
Okay,
I
but
think that
you make assessments based on who you're going to partner with, based off of measurements. Will you date a guy who's shorter than you?
it depends on how much shorter. I don't mind. I would rather the same height and like maybe 2 inches is the most I would do because of short.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'7". See, that's
Okay,
how
would you date a
hard.
guy who's 5'6"?
Yeah, I would.
Is it your preference though?
No, but I'm
What's
a
your
lot
preference?
tall. But I would date someone who's shorter. I'm in love
It's not
with
your
them.
preference though.
No, but
Right.
it's not your. You wouldn't date a fat person. That's your preference, and that's okay.
How big is the if she has a big labia, I might give
Did
her
we
a
just
pass.
say big labia?
I only date women with large labia.
Do you have a large labia? Who's asking? I don't know.
I'm glad I
these
didn't
girls
get the
over here have
plasty.
penis size preferences.
I do. Well, do you think it's okay? You don't think it's okay to have a penis preference? Because in my scenario, I didn't have sex for 3.5 years because I was in love with this man, and that's not okay. I don't think that's okay. If you can't have sex with someone because their penis is too small, that's okay to have a preference. I think if like
Wait, so my preference is not okay?
no, I did say what preference? You not wanting to be with a fat person?
No, I was talking about labia.
Oh, okay. See, that's the thing. Labia is more like visual. Penis is more like physical. You
Not
can't.
true.
That is true. A labia isn't making the sex be worse. Like okay. What is the labia doing that's getting in the way of the fornicating?
No, it doesn't get in the way.
It does change.
There we go.
How much labia do you like?
I want Guinness World Record level labia.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
So see, but then your nonprofit says, what was that again?
Big labia matter.
See, big
What
labia
does
matters.
that mean? Like
Big
how
labia?
tight she is?
No, it's the
little-
outie versus innie.
The little flop flops, you know what I mean? But
Patrick's loving this conversation.
I feel you can't compare the two. Like, I also don't think it's okay to judge someone off of any. Like, okay, if they have a
No, innies are fine. Innies are cool
See,
too.
this is a
I have a preference for outies.
Okay, that's fine, but I feel like I feel like the comparison's like an ugly penis or a non-usable penis. Like we're talking about size or the way it looks. Like a big labia is like an ugly penis, or in your comparison. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if someone had a do you know what I'm saying? Like
No,
some people don't. Okay, let me.
Not all small penises are micro penises where it's like practically impossible to have intercourse.
But I'm saying if it's anything like for me, I can't have intercourse with certain sizes, so that's not a choice. It's like that's just what it is, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't not date someone because they had an ugly looking one. Like if it works and it's usable, I don't care what it looks like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's more judgy than like saying it's about the size. Why are you acting like that doesn't make sense? The size of it is like you physically can't do stuff. The look of it is like judging. That's the same thing of a big labia. That's the same thing.
So do you object to my preference, or
No, I think you're allowed to feel how you want and not like I don't. Who cares?
Yeah, but I mean, look, women make all kinds of assessments when it comes to men, and if they're going to be attracted to them based on various literal measurements, penis size, height, their physicality. It could be also what else? Like hair. Mm-hmm. If they are balding, women typically prefer men with a full head of hair.
But you guys do the same thing, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But women have an issue when men make judgments. We'll rate women based on a scale, but like women will literally say, I won't date a guy, not all women, but will say, I won't date a guy unless he's 6 feet. That's literally a judgment call based off of a measurement, off of a guy's height.
But that's the same thing of saying I wouldn't date someone who's fat. I wouldn't date someone who's because not my size, because this is a different category. We're talking about like if you're really skinny, like if you gain like if you're in a relationship with someone who's small and they gained 50 pounds, are you gonna break up with them? Like that's 50 pounds.
Yeah, possibly. Depends.
See, that to me is. I mean,
I might not.
That's the thing. You're allowed to do that, but I feel like unless they're physically like changing, like how I said at this size, I can't match you if you want to be hiking and doing all these things, and that's a lifestyle thing. But your partner gains 50 pounds and you're gonna break up with her.
What would be
Depends
wrong
on
with
the
it?
reasons of why they gain 50 pounds.
What would actually be wrong with it, though?
See, I don't know. To me, I'm not saying it's wrong for you. I'm saying to me, I would not do that. And that to me, that just is crazy. Like a 50-pound difference. I think maybe 100 pounds, 200, that's crazy. Like that's a very big difference. But 50 pounds is like very easily lost, I feel like.
I mean, honestly, I know people have differences on this. I don't think it would actually be wrong for a guy to break up with a woman even if she lost or even if she gained 10 pounds.
Okay. So
what you'd have to make a compelling argument for why it would be wrong to do that.
Yeah,
because women break up with men for a bunch of totally benign, arbitrary reasons all the time.
Like this is the thing where I'm saying like everyone is allowed to feel how they feel. Like I can't tell you in my life, I would not do that. I would not break up with someone if they gained 10 pounds, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I would break up with a girl if she gained 10 pounds either.
Yeah.
If she gained 50 pounds,
then it's a different story. That bitch gotta go.
I might not.
Okay.
Am I still attracted to her? What are the reasons?
Why did she gain 50 pounds? Was it depression?
Yeah,
was there a change of lifestyle? There could be a lot of reasons that could contribute to a factor of why maybe the relationship is being stressed because of the weight gain. So within your hypothetical, there's a lot of other factors that could easily contribute to why, that maybe this isn't working.
Damn, this girl's sunburned as fuck. Holy shit. Sorry, go ahead. God damn.
It's literally turning purple.
Spent a day at the
Oh
beach.
my gosh.
Were you at the beach today?
Yesterday.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good. I was just saying there's a lot of other factors that could easily contribute to a rational reason why the relationship may end over 50 pounds. Because that is a dramatic increase in somebody's, especially if you're already dating them and you have a lifestyle and expectations. So there's a lot of other factors that can contribute.
A couple things to kind of wrap up on the like rating 1 to 10 thing.
Wait, can I ask him a question
Nope.
really fast?
About what?
I was just gonna ask you, are you on steroids?
I am not on steroids. I am totally natural.
Okay.
Slay King.
DPH is 190 pounds of muscle, steel, and
And
sex
what?
appeal. There is no steroid. This is all natural.
Oh.
Are you on steroids?
Do I look like I'm on fucking steroids? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Shit, maybe I should be.